No nitro cells remaining. So you don't have a ton of post-plant pressure or plant denial as well from Astralis. Both of those avenues very much favor Wolves, but the man count... P4 with the two-hand, easy out to Iconic, but look at that, J9O picking off Shinka. That's Diffuser down. The last two players from Wolves, both low, very low HP. Iconic teams up with one other player from Astralis to take out P4. And Rise survives his demise. Down he goes. Very first round goes to Astralis of time that you just can wait and buy your team so much. Nitro Cell goes off. Drone work coming in, and Iconic moved off of his position. Second body from Astralis hits the floor. It's DP fire. Down he goes, but a fight back. Iconic decides to get quite aggressive at a numbers disadvantage. This is not necessarily a bad thing, but a second opportunity does not work out in his favor. Bibu outduels him. P4 goes down to Shuttle. Both teams taking advantages. We still have well over a minute to go, and it's just Forest for Astralis. Wolves taking map control very quickly. Shinka answers back, and a down for Forest, but that's all she wrote.
They can slow down the attack, or the defenders rather. They can cut off a flank or rotation. And you also get a great weapon in hand to go along with it. Mowgli aggressively into inside of a cigar. He's getting shot from multiple angles here because Bathroom and Cuts is on a fire. He walks into Piano, which meets his demise. The Claymore of Bibu trades it back. Good window repel from Rise. Also gets one, and Bibu finds another. It's a massacre.
What is happening in this round? J9O has some kind of sixth sense as to the location of these attackers in Piano. He's going to get caught in a cross as he gets flashed down and moved on over. Diffuser going down right now. Hibana in hand. Shinka very close to pulling it off. Can J9O stop it in its tracks through the soft wall? No, the numbers get worse for Astralis, leaving Forest to clutch. He gets one. How many can he drag down with him? This is a winnable situation, but he cannot outduel the recoil. That's his greater nemesis. Back up he goes, and he's lost the plot. As the players from Wolves will sit and wait. They know exactly where he is, and through the soft wall he goes. Wolves have their first lead of the game as they're up 2-1. As a term that I've used before that I hope you're old enough to understand what that is. Mowgli trades out almost all of his HP for DP fire, and look at that. Rise is in. He's just sprinting upstairs. The bomb site might not be on the top floor, but Wolves are. Nitro Cell from Shuttle connects as the F2 just tears right through Shuttle. Forest answers back onto P4. Still some control for Astralis close to the bomb site. That's every single bomb site that's now been played by Astralis, as it's this engine/mining dining bomb site that we see being held. Wolves emerge at the halfway point of the round in a 3v2, an advantageous spot to be. That brief bit of action follows what we saw in both rounds 2 and 3.
It's almost like Astralis trying to play this very normal version of Siege, playing very much together and strategical, and then Wolves just running through, breaking apart the patterns and finding kill after kill after kill, leaving J9O in a 1 versus 3 with a minute and 10 to go, just like the previous rounds. And now look, Wolves, they're gonna slow down. They're gonna drone, figure it out, see a player upstairs, see the silhouette, they're droning and waiting around, not expose themselves, not taking gunfights, they are playing it slow. So they have to defuse it down the ground, they get caught off guard. That's the one angle there was no eyes upon. There's still 2 members left.
They just know he's trapped at this point, though. There's only a single way out that doesn't immediately earn some suspicion, and that's the rotate inside of Laundry. Happens to be the path that J9O takes with the diffuser down and picked back up by Bibu.
It's a safe plant.
Is it a potential plant going down now as J9O makes some noise? Only 1 HP. Rise just needs to waste time as Bibu gets the diffuser down. Another bit of objective play for the Wolves. So good. On as low HP as J9O is, this is going to be an almost impossible task. And there's still smokes to add insult to injury. Rise throws one out, expecting to be by the window as J9O plods his advance back in, and there's just so many bullets in that LMG. 3 rounds in a row for Wolves. Astralis now playing the waiting game. Seems like it might benefit them as they lose out on DP fire, but then immediately double up with Shuttle and Iconic getting active on the kill feed. Now it's Iconic to lose some more HP as Shuttle gets dropped, and that's it. Bibu picks up 2 huge kills, and the timeout from Astralis doesn't seem to matter. Wolves look formidable the way. Rise heard us talking about his .81 rating, and he doesn't seem to care. What's happening, by the way? Wolves are in the middle of the bomb site. I would just like to let you know that Wolves are in the middle of the bomb site. Everybody is still alive, but they finally see it. And that's when the killing begins. Astralis coming out well ahead. A big gamble for the Wolves with 1 minute and 30 to go. It's going to be quite the recovery. Can they do so gracefully? Mowgli and P4 to find these players. DP Fire putting that Uzi to good work. Leaves P4 in a 1v4. It's the final round of Astralis' defensive stead. At most, they're going to walk away with 2 rounds. Wolves won it definitively in the previous round with their 4 rounds in a row. The P4's got a tall task ahead of them. Seems unlikely. Diffuser nowhere nearby, so you just kind of have to kill time at this point. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, and he discovers a bomb site that has nobody from Astralis in it. As he rotates towards Freezer, knowing that there's a smoke nearby, Iconic swings back out again and makes relatively easy work of the final play. 1 smoke and 2 Candelas left, tons of utility. Great patience by Wolves as they're not taking any of these engagements. Why bother? Let them come to you. 1 Candela goes, there goes a smoke, both Candelas now out, and it's a dead drop from Shuttle, answered immediately by Bibu, who picks up kills 8, and it looks like a 9th as well. 10 for Bibu, as he's got a triple kill, and it's a duel versus J90, and he wins it! Bibu coming in so clutch for Wolves! Shuttle just baited out a Nitro Cell too, so even more for Astralis. That seems to be working in their favor as the Buck sets up Office upstairs. Scarily low on Skeleton key ammo. Astralis are in, Mowgli first to fall, trying to keep it close and deny match point. Look at that, all these bullets from J90, never needs to reload. Astralis picks up those 2 kills and the diffuser goes down for them as well. Good objective play. They're clobbering Wolves. Nobody being able to hold a candle to the Astralis' entry, and then in the post plant so far, no real contest either. Wolves with just 2 players, Astralis, all 5, and that 5 will continue to ride along a flawless shaping up. It leaves just Shinka in a 1v5. That's it. 20 seconds left, Diffuser dropping and continuing to go down. Iconic falls, the only player from Astralis, but is this a lone sacrifice to give intel? Because you have 2 seconds to get to the Diffuser, Shinka, you find a second kill, there you go. Round is over. Astralis wins it based on time, denying the Wolves match points. Unless you somehow think that Brown Stairs is the place for you, and no way they let him get out of there for free. Mowgli above, likely coming for some covering fire. Astralis gets the very first pick. It happens very late, but now Astralis is finding the mark. P4 finished off. They won't let him escape that easily. Nitro Cell tossed out by Wolves. It connects on the Shuttle. Numbers getting narrower. Still in favor of Astralis. Wolves can taste match point, but they are losing all of their forces. Another one goes down as Bibu cannot outduel Iconic, who picks up 2 huge kills to end the round. And Astralis are within striking distance. Still very possible. Wolves hugging this tight angle in back bar as there's 30 seconds left to go in the round. As you pointed out, no Ying to obscure a drop. So instead, P4 is just going to take matters into his own hands, but he's given his position away while he gets the diffuser down. That's another call! P4 cannot be shaken off of this spot. Astralis push in as best as they can, but it's P4 with a huge 4K, putting the 4 in P4. Wolves on match point 100% of the time in this match so far. Is that going to continue again? If you're a fan of Astralis or North America, you hope that's the case. As if Wolves win this, that's it. That's the ball game, the proverbial ball game. Of course, the drop comes in. J90, the first one to go down. And it's Bibu to die. Iconic picks up kill number 2. J90 for some covering fire. A 3rd kill from Iconic, but Mowgli flies under the radar. J90 and Shuttle the last 2 kills. Astralis stay alive with a flawless round over their opponents.
It's a great start. We saw the duo of Mowgli and P4 with that combination of 2 C4s on the first floor. They can do a lot of damage here because the time is ticking down. So if the shots take too long to execute, that's when the C4s go out.
Once again, the team that gets the first pick goes on to win the round 100% of the time in this matchup, and that will benefit none other than Wolves. But the diffuser's being planted, and there's no denial. J90 will get it down. Mowgli taking damage, and we're in a post plant with 9 players alive. J90's been dropped. He cannot get out of dodge in time, but do they secure? That's the real question. DP Fire guns down Bibu. It's to a 4v4, and J90 will need to be recovered. Shuttle is upstairs on the top floor. He can sit over top of the diffuser. That's a huge place for him to be. Down goes Rise. Mowgli follows, and it's DP Fire gone. On the diffuser, none other than Wolves. You have to shut them down. Shuttle, there you are, coming in clutch. The streak breaks in round 12. That's a nice nade that'll go on down, and it connects onto Rise. Astralis start off the killing. That is exceptional for their fans. Again, you have an almost 100% chance of winning if you get the very first pick. And there's another for Iconic at close range. Continuing to add to the tally, 16 kills for Iconic on his international LAN debut. Astralis are not out of the woods just yet. While they do hold a 5v3 advantage, Wolves are on defense, and they still have some tricks up their sleeves. They've got the ADSs and magnets to eat away at, but oh my goodness, Forrest picks up a collateral, and it's up to Bibu, but how about another flawless?
A bit of dining as well. Bibu upstairs holding on the fort that is Piano. Wants to make sure that no hatch flank occurs. But that means the rest of his teammates has to find an opening, but it's DP5 that shuts it down instead.
He loses his teammate a shuttle, so the advantage goes back in favor of Wolves, but they don't have a ton of time to work with, and they still need to get to that second floor. J9O, the smoke upstairs, shut down by Rise. He can't get more than that. DP Fire still in this position, still by Cocktail, mixing it up. At some point, the Jaeger will have to drop. There are 29 kills between the last two players of Astralis right now, and the plant is going down. Can Astralis find where the plant is? The answer, no. Shinka manages to pull it off, and it's DP Fire to die. Iconic in a 1v2, and he drops on the head of P4. He sees the opening onto the diffuser, but Shinka outduels him, and we will go the distance. 15 rounds as Wolves make it work in round 14.
Gotta walk up the staircases. It's highly favorable for the side of Wolves on the defense. The only way Astralis can win this, they gotta isolate members of Wolves. They've done it. 3v3, 45 seconds left. It's anyone's game still.
And nade doesn't go in the right direction, so J9O will now need to take his gun barrel to the operator sitting inside a bathroom, and does it just like that. Rise sustaining a lot of damage, but still upright. His ankles might not be in the best shape, but that's okay. Nade tossed in from J9O, and it goes off onto Rise. He can't get out in time. Suddenly, Astralis has turned a bad situation into eminently winnable, and now it's up to the last player in Shinka, and he can't get it done. Wow, what a performance by Astralis. They make their international debut with a huge 8-7 victory over Wolves.